Alrighty guys, remember that time I told you how to put a picnic together? Let's put that into action. And what did I say in that video? You want to prep all your stuff. So here I have some hard cheeses and some salamis. And those cheeses are cheddar and pepper jack. These are really good. I also got some stinky Roquefort, which is like a sheepy blue cheese. And some goat cheese too. And some crackers with rosemary in them, as well as some fig and lemon ones. And lemon is actually really good for friendship. Given I was going out with a friend today, it felt pretty appropriate. My friend also is really into lemon lately, so I made some lemon bars and got some Italian lemon soda. The bars got a little smushed because they were resting overnight, but that's alright. And check out all the herbs. Thyme and oregano and all other kinds of good stuff over here, but those are not the herbs I want today. What I really want is some of this, some mint. As you know, this is our herb of the month, and I was saying that it is very good for communication, so we're going to take a whole bunch, pinching close to the last leaf so they are encouraged to fluff out more. And we're gonna make something pretty tasty, but first we're gonna set a little bit down for God because he does love some good mint on the altar. Now what we're making is some lemon mint water. Because soda is good, but soda tends to make you a bit more thirstier than you want to be. So I'm packing all this with mint, and then I'm gonna put some lemon juice in here, and a good amount too. We're gonna set that aside so that the mint can all infuse in there and shake it up a little bit too so it's nice and well mixed. And by the time it's ready, you know it's gonna be really refreshing. Now we're going to cut up all the hard cheeses. These are ones you can't just take with a, a knife or a spoon like the soft ones like the goat cheese. Cut them thin and then cut them in half, like cracker size. That way you can just pick them up and put them on a cracker and you are all set. Make sure you cut them thin too, or else you're going to have like a massive block of cheese on your cracker. Which is good, but a little overwhelming when you're trying to just, pace yourself a little bit out there. I also got some salami. My friend is vegetarian, so she doesn't eat this, but I do. So I packed some up in a glass jar. I then did forget them in the fridge, but oh well. When you are taking meats though, for me, like one slice of salami is good for 2 crackers, so you might want to just tear those up and get them out of the way. And then you want to get some cutlery, because we're not eating on empty air. A couple forks, a couple knives for the soft cheeses, and plenty of paper towels to wipe our hands on is going to be pretty important. So then wrap everything up all nice and tidy, and congratulations, you are good to go. Set that aside for when you're done, and we are moving on. And also, you know what? A really good condiment for like cheese and cracker spreads is honey. And when you get a squeeze bottle like this, you don't have to mess with yet another utensil. You can just literally drizzle it over top like you would ketchup or something. I also had this leftover salad that, you know what, why not? We're just going to pop that in a glass jar too. We ended up not really eating this because we had a lot of food, but it was a good idea. Also, make sure you got some cups that are not glass, because God forbid these shatter, you're going to have a bad time. But after that, it's time to fix up the living room, because I did exercise this morning, so now I gotta, put all that away. Play with my 1,000,002 decorations back on the coffee table, you know how it goes. And then we gotta pack up some book orders that came in last night. If you guys are looking for a high fantasy book, this one is really good, I do promise you. And you can get signed copies on my site, so let me show you. I like to make the boxes, they're really fun to put together, but these are single boxes, so that way, one book per box. Of course, you also got to fill it with that nice packing material. This is kind of, white fluffy stuff, reminds me of snow, which is pretty relevant to the theme of the book. And then we're writing out some handwritten notes. This is my favorite part because I can give a little playlist that, has the songs that inspired me to write the book. And last but not least is, of course, my signature. I've got stickers with the main motif of the cover on there too. And then after that, everything is ready to be packed away and taped up and shipped off. Again, head over to my website and check it out if you want to grab your own signed copy of The Glass Witch. It's a really good enemies to lovers high fantasy. But now that detour is over, we're getting back to setting up our picnic stuff. And this is some apples I'm cutting. As you can see, I didn't want to cut it right away because I wanted them to be as little brown as possible. Everyone always feels weird about eating an apple that's turned a little brown. I know that I'll still eat it, but you never know with other people. And it looks nicer when it's still crisp. And now we're just going to set everything up. This bag is actually one of my grocery bags. So I put all my frozen or cold foods in here and then take them home. It's insulated, so it'll keep all this stuff cool too. But this is where common sense rules. Do things that make sense, right? Heavy stuff on the bottom, crackers on top so they don't get crushed. No room left for things to jiggle around, and then you can get all that glassware safely to your picnic. My friend ended up making a really delicious pasta salad and fruit salad mix, and that went super well with all the crackers and the cheese. After that, it was time to walk around. We headed out to Swan Point Cemetery to just kind of check out all the really cool things over there. It's a garden cemetery, so there's a lot of really cool flowers and trees, and some really interesting monuments. Like, this is some old money level stuff, because people had like entire plots of land with like all the little headstones around, and then like the main mausoleums and stuff. It was really cool. But what I did not expect to see was a pack of turkeys in the cemetery. And very fluffed up and ready to rumble turkeys too. I certainly didn't want to get too close while they were in like full New England peacock mode. And trust me, there were a lot of them, like a ton.
Turkeys!
But all in all, that was a successful picnic day to me. Probably the best one I've ever had because I've actually taken my own advice. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and definitely check out all the other stuff I got going on. And with that, I will see you guys next time for another vlog. See ya!